We'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call to order this Wednesday meeting of April 15th, what would be tax day. It is not, since that's been extended to July. All commissioners are present, and we'll begin with the consent and approval from our esteemed county administrator.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have no exonerations.
Yay.
Vouchers for general county fund, $272,821.43. Coal severance, $232.40. 911, $10,567.61. Chestnut Ridge Park, $3,518.58. Mason-Dixon Park, $559.12. Transportation levy, $187,278.72. Fire levy, $221,766.70. Recreation levy, $208,494.29. And library levy, $45,967.99. Assessor's valuation, $5,683.60. Morgantown Industrial TIF, $5,109.53. Purchasing card vouchers, general county fund, $36,594.01. 911, $657.80. Mason-Dixon Park, $335.05. Assessor's valuation, $664, for a voucher total of $1,250.83. We have position vacancies for boards and authorities: the Western Board of Zoning Appeals, Monongalia County Planning Commission, Mon County Development Authority, Camp Muffley Advisory Board, Mason-Dixon a Park Advisory Board, Abandoned Dilapidated Enforcement Agency, Region 6 Planning and Development Council, Historic Landmarks Commission, and the Mountaineer Trail Network Authority. Fiduciary orders for April 15th, 2020, and the first quarter status report for Fiduciary Commissioner George Armistead.
Move for approval.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Introduction of new employees and personnel changes. We will announce this. Chestnut Ridge Park has 3 part-time seasonal workers: Francisco Pina Ariat, Kitty Porter, and Sandy Plum, to be announced as new employees at Chestnut Ridge Park.
Move to approve.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Are there any other, Eric? I don't want to ignore anybody. Okay, thank you. We will now open for comments from the public. If you are a member of the public and wish to speak, you have 3 minutes. Please come forward, identify yourself, and I see nobody coming forward. We will now close comments from the public. Thank you. Correspondence. Updates.
Grants.
Oh, Colleen, I'm sorry. Thank you.
It's okay.
We do have grants.
I do. I have requests for reimbursements. The first one's the Community Development Block Grant in the amount of $1,620.88. The next one is the VOCA grant in the amount of $7,332.14. And then I also have the VOCA grant application that you'll need to sign the standard conditions and assurances and the federal standard conditions and assurances. And for the VOCA grant, we are requesting $237,783. They have switched it up this year. They are doing it for a 2-year period instead of applying every year, so that's why the amount is so large.
Move to approve grant request as presented.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Now we will move on to correspondence. First, update on the 2020 census report.
You want to give that?
I left it in the other one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Commissioner Bloom asked Mike Paw, our floodplain GIS coordinator, to give an update. The update he provided is 3 pages long, and I'm not going to read all
No.
that. But he did say that the county is actually at a 43.3%. West Virginia response rate is 35.9, so we are above the average. Census Day was officially April the 1st, but we have until I think October the end of October, before they kind of wind their campaign down. Personally, I've actually heard spots on the radio, and apparently City of Morgantown is doing stuff on Channel 15. That's about all I can provide at this point. I mean, WVU is still working their end, and the city also has a task force, so.
And I just want to add, I do want to thank the City of Morgantown. It's Skylar who's been running it, and she's been working very close with WVU, who's sending out messages to the students that even though you're home, they can fill it out as if this is their place. So we're all trying to get everyone to fill out the forms, and we'll keep you updated. And I want to appreciate Mike Paul for doing that. He's our representative and chairperson for our county doing that. So I do appreciate that.
And I believe I saw we're ahead of the state level, but that's
Yes.
still not very good.
No.
Yeah, I mean, that's
we're the next to the lowest.
43.3%, and the state response is 35.9.
There's one county that's 2.3%.
Yeah, this is so important for
Yes.
just determining your representation, funding, grants, everything, so.
Yes.
Now, the nationwide response rate is 48.1, so we are below that rate. I actually did mine online, and it took me 5 minutes.
That's right.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
very
It's
quick.
not as time consuming as it used to be.
No.
So please stand up and be counted. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Next, the March 2020 financial performance report from Mountain Line.
It's on file here. They sent that via email this time instead of
Okay.
through the mail, so it's on
And-
file here.
I received one piece of correspondence, which we'll discuss on Friday. It's staff reports, so that was from Rick Colbank regarding the request that we had made for an estimate on the Camp Muffley pool and the pool house. Are there any other correspondence?
Yeah, we've had some stuff come in.
Okay.
There was a correspondence received from Elizabeth Lawson. There's a copy in your admin folder. She lives at 1213 Gallows Road, and this is regarding the pilot agreement for Longview 2. It's a page and a half. I don't know if you want me to read it or not.
No.
No,
Okay.
that's okay.
The other is, a few weeks ago, you all met in work session with Captain Ralston and the sheriff and Tammy White regarding changes to the tow policy.
Billing policy.
They have submitted those changes to you for your review. So I can provide you all with copies. Actually, they're in your admin folder, but, you
Put on a
know,
work session.
you need to review them and see if we have to have another work session.
Oh,
or-
okay.
Or if you're ready to just go ahead and put it on the
Yeah.
agenda.
We'll review it on Friday.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's all, thanks.
Any unfinished business? Hearing none, we'll move on. We have one item of new business. This is consideration of the application for annexation submitted by the town of Granville for the areas of Chaplain Road, Route 19, from the Star City Bridge to the Granville Fire Department Events Center, and parts of Scott Run Road to Ladybug Lane.
I move to provide conditional approval for Granville's application, with the conditions being as follows. Granville is to provide documentation of agreement with DOH-DOT and to not charge B&O taxes on planned projects in the area. 2, provide documentation of a formal agreement with DOH-DOT as to road maintenance, as was discussed in their application. And 3, documentation confirming that Mr. Jackson's concerns about the effects of it on his sanitation business are alleviated to the satisfaction of Mr. Jackson's counsel, as was discussed in both public hearings.
Hearing no second, the motion dies for lack of second. Do we have a motion of consideration to deny?
I move to decline the annexation.
I do second. All in favor?
Aye.
We will
You better say-
issue,
You better say opposed, just in case.
yes, opposed is,
I oppose.
okay, so that it's noted.
Yes, thank you.
So this is carried by a 2-to-1 vote. We will issue a response in a
Right.
week, as we did before. That will be a written response to be submitted. Is there any other new business?
No, sir.
Reports from elected officials. Carrie has no report. Okay, reports from county commissioners. Sean?
Since our last meeting, last Thursday was our meetings, of course, were virtual, our red team meeting and our development authority meeting. On Friday, we had staff meetings, and a conference call with Secretary, our State Auditor's Office, and then the Unified Command Site call. Obviously, this weekend was Easter weekend. I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter weekend. Monday, we had our Monongalia County operations call. On Tuesday, we had our Unified Central Command call. This morning, we had a call with Greene County Commission, and it's a regular full day, and we also have our county operations call this morning. Tomorrow I have my Mylan Park board meeting virtually, and meeting with staff on Friday, and Unified Central Command call. Next week, I believe we have laying the levy on Tuesday, so as far as I can look forward. In regards to the census, it's very important that everybody get out there and fill out the census. I mean, we need to, I know everybody's been focusing on COVID, but as we go forward, we really need to put this front and center on everybody's attention. So, and then I have one last thing. Last December, I wished my surrogate mother a happy birthday. It was her 91st birthday. 3 weeks ago, I went to go see her because she was in hospice, and she had been given her last rites. This past Monday, she passed away at the age of 91. This lady, for Margaret Jean Dzakowicz, which I consider my mom, she has 6 boys. My best friend Mark always considers me the 7th boy. She had 9 kids, raised them all. Her husband died about a year and a half, 2 years before my mother died. And just like my family, we both had 9 kids. She raised those 9 kids on her from that point on. With the help of her oldest, Joe, which 11 years ago, he died of a heart attack. So she's just a wonderful lady. 9 kids, 13 grandkids, 5 great grandkids, and I never felt like I was the most important thing in the room when I was there with her. So she's lived a tough life. She did it on her terms. She died in peace, and I just the city of Weirton is a little colder, the sun's a little less bright without her around. But I do wish, and may she rest in peace. She's earned her rest, and I look forward to seeing her again. That's all I have.
Thank you. Bob?
Thank you. First, my thoughts and prayers for you and your family. It's hard to follow something like that. This Saturday, I want the public to know that we are having a food giveaway at South Middle School from 11 to 1. The difference is, it's again, you must stay in your car, and it will only be 1 box per car. So we don't want several people from different families getting into a car. So that is this Saturday. Second, just an update. We are now at 33 residents at Motel 6 in the 18 rooms, and we're looking to probably get 5 more rooms. We even have WVU Hospital and Mon Health making the meals for these individuals. And again, I want to do a positive statement to Mylan Pushkar Health Right, WVCEH, United Way. Also a major shout out to Star City officials Steve Blinko and Herman Reed, who've been overseeing this, and the police department. We're very appreciative of their support. I did receive a phone call, and I just want to say that information is being shared from WVU officials concerning the move-out dates. This is the potential of 15,000 students entering our community from numerous hotspots. We will be meeting next Tuesday to discuss this, and that involves the landlords, the police, and health officials to discuss this plan. And finally, as it was Easter, it was also Passover, and I'm proud to say that my family had the 135th Pressman Family Seder, and we Zoomed it. And ironically, all of us say we never want to go to the Seders, but for this time, everyone was really interested in it because we couldn't go. And it was a really neat concept, because here we talked in the past about the plagues and what the problems and the struggles the people had back in those days, which we're now dealing with now, and hopefully we will see the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.
Thank you. Sean, I thank you for that memory. It causes us to think a moment, I think, right now with what's going on, in that you might think to yourself that I'm being inconvenienced, and yet somebody that's passing away right now, no matter what, will have nobody to hold their hand. Somebody that passes away right now will not be able to have attendance at a funeral like it would be in other times. And so your actions, positive actions to cut down on the sorrow that could possibly be felt by these families, I ask you to think about that when you're thinking, why do I have to wear a mask and why do I have to stand in line? And this is all, it's not about you, it's about the health of our community, the health of our country. So let's keep ourselves safe out there, because everybody has somebody that means something to them, like the woman that Sean just spoke of. Let's keep them safe, please. I reached out trying to think, what's the positive? What's going on that is happening? And so I reached out to H.R. Scott, and I find that people are returning to the land. There is a renewed interest with increased inquiries, almost doubling the amount of calls to our extension office about soil testing, about seed, and how to grow crops. So I thought to myself, well, that's a good thing to mention. Secondly, then I asked him, is there anything else? And he said, there's no shortage of feed supply for livestock. Now, that's spoken like a true farmer, because it's something that we all consider. But I find that, looking at the internet and Facebook, I find people are going through pictures and looking at these memories. They're trying to identify these family members that somebody else in the future will be able to say, I'm glad that Dad, whoever it was, wrote this down. I'm also happy to say that normally we would be thinking about the ham, bacon, and egg sale coming up, and there will be a ham, bacon, and egg sale, but it will be virtual. This is going to be on April 23rd, and I'm asking people to have an interest in the youth of our county to go to the Joe R. Powell, their site, and they're going to be doing this for, as a service. And all you have to do is to be able, you can actually pre-bid right now if you choose to go in now. But on the date at 6 o'clock, then the live auction will continue, starting up with where the pre-bids have been and then going forth from that. So things are continuing to happen in what we would term the new normal. Thank you.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
We are adjourned.